Hello everyone, welcome in to my new viewers and welcome back to my Serendipity Subbies. Today is August 28th, 2022, and I would like to bring you this day in history. On August 28th, 1955, while visiting family in Money, Mississippi, 14-year-old Emmett Till, an African-American from Chicago, is brutally murdered for allegedly flirting with a white woman 4 days earlier. His assailants, a white woman's husband and his brother, made Emmett carry a 75-pound cotton gin fan to the bank of the Tallahatchie River and ordered him to take off his clothes. The two men then beat him nearly to death, gouged out his eyes, shot him in the head, and then threw his body, tied to the cotton gin fan with barbed wire, into the river. Till grew up in a working-class neighborhood on the south side of Chicago, and though he had attended a segregated elementary school, he was not prepared for the level of segregation he encountered in Mississippi. His mother warned him to take care because of his race, but Emmett enjoyed pulling pranks. On August 24th, while standing with his cousins and some friends outside the country store in Money, Emmett bragged that his girlfriend back home was white. Emmett's African-American companions disbelieved him and dared Emmett to ask the white woman sitting behind the counter for a date. He went in and bought some candy, and on the way out, he was heard saying, "Bye, baby," to the woman. There was no witnesses in the store but Carolyn Brandt. The woman behind the counter later claimed that he had grabbed her, made lewd advances, and wolf whistled at her as he sauntered out. Roy Brandt, the proprietor of the store, and the woman's husband returned from a business trip a few days later and heard how Emmett had allegedly spoke to his wife. Enraged, he went to the house of Till's great-uncle, Mose Wright, with his half-brother, J.W. Milam. In the early morning hours of August 28th, the pair demanded to see the boy, despite pleas from Wright. They forced Emmett into their car. After driving around at night and perhaps beating Till in the road tool house behind Milam's residence, they drove him down to the Tallahatchie River. 3 days later, his corpse was recovered, but was so disfigured that Mose Wright could only identify it by an initialed ring. Authorities wanted to bury the body quickly, but Till's mother, Mamie Bradley, requested it be sent back to Chicago. After seeing the mutilated remains, she decided to have an open casket funeral so that all the world could see how racist murderers had done to her son. To see what racist murderers had done to her son. Jet, an African weekly magazine, published a photo of Emmett's corpse, and soon the mainstream media picked up on the story. Less than 2 weeks after Emmett's body was buried, Milam and Brandt went on trial in a segregated courthouse in Summer, Mississippi. There were few witnesses besides Mose Wright who positively identified the defendants as Emmett's killers. On September 23rd, the all-white jury deliberated for less than an hour before issuing the verdict of not guilty, explaining that they believed the state had failed to prove the identity of the body. Many people around the country were outraged by the decision, and also by the state's decision not to indict Milam and Brandt on the separate charge of kidnapping. The Emmett Till murder trial brought to light the brutality of Jim Crow segregation in the South, and was an early impetus of the civil rights movement. In 2017, Tom Tyson, author of the book The Blood of Emmett Till, revealed that Carolyn Brandt recanted her testimony, admitting that Till never touched, threatened, or harassed her. Nothing that boy did could ever justify what happened to him, she said. In 2022, a grand jury in Mississippi declined to indict Brandt for her role in the crime nearly 70 years earlier. In March of 2022, President Joe Biden signed the Emmett Till Anti-Lynching Act into law, making lynching a federal hate crime. I want to thank you for watching today, and I hope you have a blessed day. And remember to smile, because I love you, but more importantly, God loves you. And I like to remind you that I am going live every Saturday around 5 p.m. Now, yesterday I didn't go live till 6 p.m., but it'll be between 5 and 6 each Saturday. And if you haven't subscribed, why don't you think about subscribing today and come on over and watch my lives. You never know what's gonna go on. If you want to check out some of my previous lives, you can. You're more than welcome to. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye, everybody.